morning, everybody. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Sandra. Thanks so much for joining me. We are going to do a date night makeup look with a smoky eye using the Tati Beauty palette. We are prepping my skin with the Caudalie Beauty Elixir. Next, we go in with the Innbeauty Project Extreme Cream. This stuff is amazing. It moisturizes, but it also seems to firm the skin, and it works really, really well under makeup. So what I do here is I go in and I just massage it all over, even down my neck, and it just sits so perfect under makeup. For my primer today, I will be using two different ones. The first one is the One Size Secure the Sweat. I put this all over my face. It is meant for oily skin. I have dry skin and I find it works just as well, but it does keep the makeup on, and especially on hot summer nights, it works amazing. The second primer I'm using is the Caliray So Blown Primer, and you'll notice that I'm tapping this into the pores around my nose, around my chin, my cheek area. This is not silicone based, but it is kind of the same texture and it's amazing. So next we're going in with brows. My favorite brow tools are the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Whiz. This shade is in soft brown. And then once I'm done filling in and coloring my brows and getting the shape correct, I do go over it with the Benefit Brow Gel. I think it's a 24-hour brow gel, and it just kind of helps to lock the color in place. I have to be careful because if I touch my brow, or say for example I scratch my area where the brow pencil is, it could come off. So when I put the brow gel on top, it does help to protect that, and then it doesn't look weird. And for me, I do struggle with my brows to get them completely even because my brows are not even, and I have a tendency to raise up my left eyebrow, but I can't do it with the right, so sometimes it looks weird. So I try to balance them the best that I can. So next I'm going in with Eye Base Primer. This is from Sigma and the shade is Ignite. I'm putting it all over my lids because I am doing a smoky eye. I want the shadow to be perfectly sticking to my eye, because there's nothing worse than when it gets hot in the room and then you have that shadow crease in your crease, and it's just not a good look. So we're going into the Tati Beauty Palette Volume 1. There is only one volume. Tati did not create a second volume yet. I hope she does. But this is a very neutral palette, and I decided to go in with a mid-tone brown shade. So what I do here is I wet my makeup brush and I apply the shade. This is, so from this row, there are different textures, and I'm using the one with shimmer in it. Although when I put it on my eye, you can't really see any shimmer, but I just really like the color and the tone of this. It's a neutral brown. It's not too warm. It's not too cool. It's the perfect tone for a nice smoky eye. So what I do, my trick here is to put it all over the eye. I'm adding more of the metallic shade now. It's the same shade, but it's the metallic texture, and it looks a little bit more bronze, which I was kind of enjoying there. So next I'm lining the water lines with my Makeup Forever Artist Color Pencil in 100 whatever black. We're going in with lip liner now with Anastasia Beverly Hills lip liner, the pencil lip liner in the shade Cool Brown. This is the one that kind of looks and feels like a triangle or a pyramid, I guess. And then to top this off, I'm using the Jeffree Star Velour liquid lip color in the shade I'm Nude. This is my favorite lip color for a nude lip. And now it is dry, so I do put a gloss on top. But what I'm trying to do here is blend that lip liner in with the lipstick so that there's a little bit of a shape and definition to the outside of the lips, but that it still blends in and looks gorgeous. So the lip gloss that I'm using is one of Jeffree Star's, it's the gloss, but it's one of the Nude collection, and I don't believe you can buy this anymore. I don't even remember the name, but it's definitely more of like a base nude. There's not really any shimmer or sparkle to this, but I really like how it applied over top the lip liner and the lipstick. So next we're using Lady Gaga's concealer. This is the Haus Labs Tricline Skin Tech Hydrating Foundation, and I believe this is the shade 11 Light Neutral. It is normally a brighter color than I'm used to using, but because I'm using the smoky eye, I think it just makes my eye pop a little bit more. And you can see that it it works well. Like, I have some dark circles here, and I've got some dark spots I'm trying to cover up, and it's working really, really well. So once that's on, you're going to notice a huge differential there. Like, it's not completely blended out, but I'm like, oh, just wait a second. And we go into the Laura Geller Baked Foundation in Light. When I first tried this foundation, you guys, it's not that I hated it. I liked the texture, but it literally felt like there was nothing on my skin. The more times I used it, I noticed that it actually did perfect my skin, and it gave my skin more of a natural glow, which I actually really, really like. For summer, this has probably turned into my go-to favorite foundation because it doesn't change the color of your skin. It seems to blend perfectly in. It does kind of highlight my tanned forehead a little bit, like it makes it a little less tanned, which I'm okay with because I do go back in with a bronzer and a contour to kind of give my face back those shadows and that warmth. But I really enjoy the way it is, and you can put liquid products on top of it. I have done this and it is fine. So here I am going in with my cream bronzer. This is the Nars Laguna 3 cream bronzer. The Laguna 2 was the original neutral color that they had, and I just feel like 3 was a little bit more neutral, like a little bit more light, cool toned, I guess is the right word. And also, don't mind me, I am singing in the background. This is sometimes why I do voiceovers for my videos, because number one, I'm usually in a rush, and this takes a lot less time when I'm just doing my makeup and not talking to you guys. A lot of time I go on a tangent and I just kind of get off track, and then before I know it, it's like 45 minutes in. So I'm using my makeup sponge here to blend in my contour, and I contour my cheeks, which is my favorite part to contour. I love using this bronzing cream, but it also you need to balance the rest of your face. So I add it to the perimeter of my forehead, my temples, my chin, everywhere, my nose. For blush today, we're using the Rare Beauty Liquid Pinch Blush in the shade Love, which is a terracotta shade. I knew I had this, but I haven't used it in a while, and this shade is gorgeous, you guys, gorgeous. I love it. It went perfectly with this look. Lately, I've been into the bright pinks and the bright corals, but this is a terracotta color that just worked with this look, and I'm living for it right now. So again, I'm using my sponge to blend out the blush, and you can see that the liquid blush goes over top that baked foundation perfectly. Doesn't move it out of the way, like it, it's still got that nice coverage, still looks great, but it works, and it was fine. So for highlighter, technically I'm going to be using 2 highlighters today. The one on my cheek and nose and chin is the Rare Beauty Liquid Highlighter in the shade Mesmerize. This is a rose gold shade. It's beautiful. It doesn't pop as much as a champagne shade would, and I kind of like that for the cheeks. I have been going a little bit less highlightery on the cheeks, if that makes sense, and I think it's more beautiful that way, and it gives the skin a little bit of glow without being too in your face. So the next thing, I'm just touching up my lip liner here because I like to add highlight to my Cupid's bow, but I ruined my lipstick and my lip liner, so I just had to touch that up. So now we are applying the shadow to the lower lash line. So we've done concealer, we've done our foundation, and now we have to finish off the eye. So what I was noticing here was that my black liner from my left bottom lid was pulling down too much. So I had to go back in and fix it. You'll see in a little bit later that I took my liner and just applied more to the right side. But it was looking too dark, and this is kind of the technique I love doing when I'm doing a smoky eye. I'll put on my liner, and then it kind of pulls down onto the lashes, and it's gorgeous when you can like smoke it out with some shadow. So I'm using a lighter color in the palette to really blend out my shadow. One of my favorite things with a smoky eye isn't to have any like rough edges, or see, there we go. I don't want to have any rough edges. I don't want to see like a defined area where there's shadow and then no shadow. I want it to be perfectly blended. Like I'm talking Angela Bright blended here, okay? So using this lighter color in the palette just worked to do that, and it turned out flawless. All right, so then once we are done this, we are going to be adding some Mary Lou highlighter. I believe that is my next step. So I found that the champagne highlighter just seemed to pop a little bit more. And I put it on the inner corners. See here, you can see me adding back my liner because it just wasn't dark enough. So yeah, Mary Lou, it's a champagne color. They only have one color. This is by the Balm Cosmetics, by the way. I found mine on Amazon if you're interested in purchasing it. We're going to line the upper lash line. This is the Too Faced Better Than Sex Black Liquid Eyeliner, my favorite. Mascara I'm using today is the L'Oreal Voluminous Carbon Black, one of my favorite mascaras. I have actually been really loving Charlotte Tilbury Exaggerize. And then we go in with lashes and the mascara, and it's just gorgeous. Last step is to cover the face in setting spray, of course. So you'll notice I haven't used powder. And I've really been on a kick with setting spray this time because it sets your makeup and your makeup doesn't move, but it has that natural glow and it's just gorgeous. So the technical last step, I'm adding a little bit of sparkle here with my brush. So I'm adding it on the lower lash line, a little bit on the top, and that's it for this look. So I hope you guys enjoyed this makeup look. I love this. I think it's gorgeous. But if you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up. If you are new, I would love if you would consider subscribing. And also, make sure that you click on the bell notification button to be notified when I upload new videos to see more looks like this. I do post videos every Monday at 10 o'clock, and sometimes when I have an excess in videos, I'll post on Thursday as well. So again, thank you guys so much for watching, and we will see you guys again soon. Bye! I